Riding round here now and just looking at these to what it was like when I was a kid.
Yeah.
It's awful.
We do feel like we're being forced out and that we're treated like second-class citizens because we rent, because we've got no rights really.
People tend to think of gentrification as a London problem, but here, in the suburb of Leeds, people who have lived on this estate for decades are being evicted from their homes by a private investment fund that wants to demolish their houses and redevelop the area. Gentrification is the process by which people are made homeless or displaced when their homes are torn down or regenerated. The homes here at Wordsworth Drive and Sugar Hill Close were built as affordable housing in the 1950s by the National Coal Board, but the homes have since been sold to a private investment fund. The private renters living on this estate don't know where they will live. The future is uncertain, and they are caught between different aspects of the housing crisis. The fact that we don't have enough social housing and the fact that renting is too expensive. During the pandemic, house prices and private rents outside of London have been going up. In Leeds, the average sale price has gone up by £25,000 in just 1 year, according to the Land Registry.
My name's Cindy Reedman. Myself and my husband John have lived here for just about 16 years. I'm a teaching assistant at a local primary school. John works in an office in Leeds. It was originally built for the mining community in the area, and it was quick built so they could get the estate up quick after the war when there was a shortage of housing, and they wanted an estate for the mining community in this area to live on. It's been our family home and we hoped it would be our family home forever. Most of the tenants on this estate have got a short hold tenancy, so that means that they can be evicted at any time, no fault eviction. So that is how they can do it. I mean, they've issued us with this notice now, and it is just a no fault eviction really. They can just do what they want.
For the residents here, these aren't just houses, they're homes. This is about feeling safe, about belonging. It's about the legacy of the mining community and what will be lost.
I left mining in 1989 and then I retrained and work in an office now. But I miss the comradeship, I miss the banter. You know, there was 1,000 comedians at Rothwell Colliery. Nearly everybody you knew had something connection with the mines. This estate, when it was a much bigger estate, 280 houses, everybody worked in the coal mines at 3 different collieries. They could walk to work, and it's all going to be lost. The heritage, the community, it's all gone, and it'll be just things people read in books.
I worked at Rothwell Pit for 18 and a half years, but basically I ran the pit on my own, and it was hard work.
We've lived up here since 1970, when my son was 1 year old, just after we moved up here. And we lived in another house lower down the estate before the first half of the estate was redeveloped.
It makes me so angry that we've been done. We've lived here for 30 years and we've paid rent for 30 years. They're going to have to throw us out. That's how I feel.
Those who live on Wordsworth Drive and Sugar Hill Close are clear about what they think is happening.
Gentrification sums this up perfectly. It's dealing, it's putting brand new houses out people's price range, people who live on here, and making them disperse. But where do they go? It affects people on low incomes, people disabled, elderly people. They're not people earning vast sums of money.
People on low income around here are living in these houses because of that, and because of the community as well. But the prices that we're paying here are ideal for people that are on low income pensions and housing benefit and so forth. And we don't want to lose that.
I grew up in the area, so I'd have to move to a different area. I'd lose my friends, I'd lose everything I know basically. And they would, you know, the rents in Leeds for a similar thing would be another £300 or £400 a month.
You know, there's nothing affordable for us around here. All the private renting, none of us can afford that. And even if we could, it's still not secure. Private rent isn't secure for anybody. It's two months' notice and you can be out again.
Not only are the residents losing their homes and their affordable rents, they're losing their community.
Because it's like a closed community, even though there's no gates and barriers, people are there when you need them to be. And you can even just having a laugh and a joke over a fence, things like that.
I mean, this community's been here an awful long time. It was built for the mining community. It was a really close-knit community then, it still is. There are still ex-miners live here. The history of this place has just been forgotten, to be quite honest. That could all go. I mean, all they've said is that they'll take photographs and it can be in Leeds Museum. Photographs don't show the real story of the place.
There is no future at the moment because you don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. You don't know what the postman's going to deliver. You don't know where you're going to be living. You don't know what type of housing you're going to be in. 30,000 people in Leeds are waiting for a council home, and the average time for a wait is 3.5 years. That impacts into your work, it impacts into your family life, your mental health. So yeah, I'm very scared for the future.
Pemberston told me that the area houses are beyond repair. To read their full response and the full report, visit inews.co.uk.